Good morning. I'm feeling a lot of joy this morning, a lot of love. So I'm so happy to be able to just kind of send some of that to you. Can you feel the love just coming through? Some joy. Bang! Oh, right upside the head with some joy. Let's see if that makes it through the camera lens and out of your video screen and into your heart. I hope so. Maybe it brings a little bit of a smile to your face. Been thinking about a lot of stuff, not even really sure exactly why I'm feeling joy and love this morning. Just kind of, life, it's always a bunch of ups and downs, and this just happens to be where I am today. But when you got it, share it, give it. That's what I say. So, I was thinking about lots of things. I got my Deida book here. Maybe I'll read some Deida. Um, but man, I had one thought on my mind in particular. Oh yeah, taking action. That was something I was thinking about. Taking action, and this is something I'm kind of interested in. Is I kind of had a new idea. All right, so let me just share this with you. It's off the top of my head. It was um, moving in the direction of things that you want. And Wes Watson says, "Acquire what you admire, man. Acquire what you admire," which is a great little saying of, who do you admire, what do you admire, and go after that. And talks about mentors. And so I was thinking about, man, I have a lot of mentors, but none of them are like perfect, of course, because I'm very picky and I just have this wide range of interests. And so I want to be perfect in every area. And so this person over here might be good with money, but not relationships, and that person relationships, but not science, I don't know. So, like, nobody gets everything perfect, obviously, but looking at different mentors and thinking of like that, those are directions I want to move towards. At least maybe this person want to move in that direction for that part of their life, but maybe not so much in another part. I'd pick a different person. It's sometimes nice to have those kind of mentors of people that you can look at, even if they're historical figures. And then I was thinking about action and how it's like, we got to always just kind of keep moving in that direction, even if we don't know how to get there. Because you might look at someone like a mentor and think, well, that person really gets it or something, but I don't know how I would do that. I don't know how I would get there. And the thing is, you don't just kind of get there by just like flipping some switch. Like, and that person didn't get there by flipping a switch. They got there through a long series of small steps, right? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, those tiny little steps, step, 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 step. And so it's kind of like you could just look and say, what's one little step that'll kind of bring me closer? I was thinking about this also with art and drawing, because I've done a lot of drawing and art in my life. And if I do say so myself, some of them are pretty amazing. I like to do some really amazing art. I've gotten a lot of compliments on that. I do think it's pretty good, but I'm still not like what I would think of as like any kind of master, because there's still a lot that there's still a lot of aspects of art that I really could use a lot of work and practice on if I wanted to be serious about it. But it's just, that's only a side thing for me. But it's kind of like if I'm going to draw something, right, and I'm going to draw something on a piece of paper, I put a little bit down, and then I can kind of see part of my vision reflecting back to me. I'm starting with a vision of where I want to go. I know I want to draw something, but as I put a little bit down, then I can kind of get some feedback on like, how's my vision turning out into this real world thing. And then from that feedback, I can reflect on the vision, take another little step. And with that, like step by step, line by line, I can start to build this image that I'm creating in my art. Similar kind of idea. Whereas, our life is like a work of art. So getting a good vision of where to go, and sometimes the vision is hard, and that's okay. I think it doesn't have to be. It can be ambiguous. It can be blurry. Um, I wonder about great artists, like how much do they really see inside their head? Like they say, Michelangelo, he saw David in the marble already, and then all he had to do was take the stone away that was covering up David. It's like, okay, maybe he had a better imagination than me. Probably did. He could probably visualize really well. But did he really see like fully all of the details and stuff? might have felt that way, but probably not. Like probably as he went, he started to see, oh, okay, this is what it's going to look like. Um, and so it doesn't have to be perfect. And I don't even know, how much of it was really kind of blurry even at the beginning for Michelangelo or for any of these people. I think a lot of people just kind of like great business people and stuff. You start moving in your business and then you get feedback on what's working and you go with that, and it turns out to be a different business than what you thought you were starting in the beginning. At least so I've heard from people. I'm not a business guy. So that's a long ramble. Hopefully you made it to the beginning of the ramble, and then hopefully you made it through the middle of the ramble, and then hopefully you made it all the way to the end of the ramble, because I think it was a good one. It was a good, worthy one. That's a pretty good video already, but let's check in with Deida. I'm just enjoying still practicing my reading technique. I love reading books out loud. It's just so much fun. So hopefully it's enjoyable to hear also. Always hold to your deepest realization is chapter 5. Eternity must be a man's home, moment by moment. Without eternity, he's lost. Always striving, grasping at puffs of smoke. A man must do anything necessary to glimpse and then stabilize this ever-fresh realization and organize his life around it. Well, there he's going something much deeper than a vision of what you admire or what you want to create. He's going all the way to boom, to eternity, and holding that kind of vision and moving towards that and with that in your heart. That's something, that is definitely something deeper. That is, and he says, deepest realization, deepest realization. Make your life an ongoing process of being who you are at your deepest, most easeful levels of being. Everything other than this process is secondary. Remember that. Your job, your children, your wife, your money, your artistic creations, your pleasures, they're all superficial and empty if they're not floating in the deep sea of your conscious loving. So there you go. Well, wouldn't you expect Deida to bring something a little bit deeper to what I was saying? I'm talking about creating and stuff, but can you actually just bring in all of that something even deeper? And I think that's interesting because that's where it becomes even more ambiguous. Like the deepest realization, eternity, is a kind of unformed thing. Before anything is even formed, it's just kind of this immensity out of which things are formed. It's like, how would I draw eternity? You can't draw eternity. So I like it. Thank you, Deida, for bringing a little bit more depth. And there you go. Have some joy in your life. Create something. Take some action. Tell me about it. I want to hear if you did some action. You, whoever you are, the one person watching this, if you made it all the way to the end. If I even get one person watching the end. Bye.